Hey guys, it's Xenofing here, back in another Monster Hunter video, and today we're going to be going over the Sword and Shield and what my Sword and Shield build is. I'm going to be doing a total of 3 Sword and Shield builds over the next few weeks, and it's going to be all different variations. Today we're going to be going over the best version I have, or my favorite one, which is the monster mounting version. I originally did a video talking about monster mounting and what I did with this particular build in the past. I also upgraded the crap out of it, so this is 100% better than the original video. If you guys want to see that, I'm going to post a link in the description below if you particularly want to watch that video. As addition to that, I'm also going to have a gameplay video that I'm going to link in the bottom of this description, so I don't end up wasting so much time for you guys. If you guys want to watch that gameplay, you guys can go ahead. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and get into the video. What we're going to be running for this build. This particular build is built around this sword and shield, this poison sword and shield. It allows us to get a lot more utility out of it. This particular weapon ends up giving us a gem slot 2, which is very necessary for the build. As an addition to that, it also has a gem slot 1 and can be augmented 3 times. As you can see, I've already used all the augment slots up. If you want to, you could go with what you particularly like. But I would recommend not using the regen talent or the regen augment because it's not necessary within this particular build. On that, I do like the poison aspect. The weapon allows us to do a lot more continual damage over time. And let's go ahead and get on to the charm. The charm is a Rider's Charm. The Rider's Charm allows us to get Master Mounter and Jump Master. Jump Master does not work with jumping attacks via the Sword and Shield. It does work with edge attacks, for instance, if you jump off a ledge or you slide down a hill and you jump and do jump damage that way, then yes, it will work with that. But any jumping attack via the Sword and Shield, what I'm talking about that means is whenever you do the leap up in the air, slam down attack via the Sword and Shield, it will not work. If, for instance, it does not consider a jump as a jump attack, it's its own attack pattern. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get on to our helmet, which is the Nergigante Helm A. This gives us maximum might 2 and attack boost 1. Also a slot, which is great for, ends up giving us a little more utility. We'll end up getting into our decorations later on. The Dodermail B to get more attack boost and another slot. We're going to go ahead and get on to our Nergigante Vibracers A, which ends up giving us Agitator 2 and attack boost 1. And finally, we get to our last Nergigante piece, which gives us Nergigante's Hunger, which is great. It gives us like the additional what is called health regen ability from our weapon. It allows us to, if anytime we deal damage via our sword, it ends up giving a portion of the health back to us, which is great if we're planning on trying to get up close and personal, try to mount that monster. It's absolutely amazing. Again, to get a more attack boost 2 and another slot, level 2 slots. Going to go ahead and get onto our last piece, which is probably something that people may have and might not have. It is the Dante's Lever Boots A. This is probably one of the best pieces in the game, just for the fact it gives us 2 slots and it gives us Weakness Exploit 2. This is phenomenal. For our booster, you could particularly go with whatever you like. I am particularly using the Affinity Booster. This is not honestly particularly for my own well boost. I probably would end up going with an Apothecary Mantle so you can get more poison damage out of your build, and then a Vitality Mantle so you can end up, taking some extra hits. If you have the Rocksteady Mantle, you can end up switching that out for the, Apothecary Mantle. As addition to that, if you're running with a team, either run a Affinity Booster or Health Booster if you like to be a little more supportive. That's particularly what I like to run, though. I would particularly go with an Apothecary Mantle and a Vitality Mantle. On that note, let's go ahead and get over to the decorations, which is what really finished out the build. We got a Tenderized Jewel 2 from our level 2 slot in our Sword and Shield. As addition to that, I have Vitality. You can switch this up for another Venom Jewel if you want to max out your poison attack, but it's not exactly necessary because you're going to be more focused on mounting the monster and knocking it down and dealing damage that way. Addition to that, we have Attack Jewel 1. It allows us to max out our attack, and we'll go ahead and finally go over the finalized stats later on afterwards we're done with this. Vitality Jewel 1 again. If you want to, you can switch this out for another attack jewel and switch up a piece within the build if you like. But honestly, I would just stick with what we have here. And then again, we have maximum might, or the might jewel 2, which ends up giving us maximum might, allowing us to finally finish off our maximum might we have within the build. This is a level 2 slot, and that's why we're using Nergigante's Coil B. And then finally, it's Dante's Lover Boots, which gives us 2 gem slots, which allows us to put in 2 Venom Jewel ones, allowing us to increase our poison attack. When it's all said and done, all of the skills we end up having is a total of attack boost level 7, weakness exploit 3, maximum might 3, health boost 2, poison attack 2, agitator 2, jump master, and master mounter with Nergigantes's Hunger. This is incredible. There's so much utility you get from this. You get so much damage output. As addition to that, you're able to mount the monster quite consistently, allowing you and your allies to deal a lot of extra damage. Now, that's pretty much it, guys. That's the build. I want to try to keep these videos a little bit shorter than they usually are. I don't want to extend and waste people's time, so this is one of those quick, easy done videos. Like I said, if you particularly would like to see the gameplay to go along with this video, I'm going to have it in the link of the description below if you guys want to go ahead and watch the video of the build in action. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.